A shotgun snap for Watson. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. It's caught at the 10. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Texans with a first opportunity now from the red zone. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. From the gun, here's Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. 58 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Gotta go, gotta go. Red, up.
On 2nd down, Trubisky finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if...
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenny Stills, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, How do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A second down run for Abdullah. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Lock in, lock in.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. Busts through the tackle. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
So after the loss of 2, here's 2nd and 12 from the 23. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a first down throw. Watson under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Derek Rivers coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot. When you have all those people bearing down on you, probably his last thought was just get rid of the ball. Give them what they want. Unfortunately, he gave it to them too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now out comes Houston. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20.
Richmond.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. They'll roll him out right, fighting to stay upright. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Abdullah on the counter. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Watson now to throw on 3rd down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They go play action here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
To throw on second is Watson. He's going to air one out. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. That goes for a gain of 31.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates his way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will. He's letting this one go for Fuller. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10. On second and 10, Watson. He'll hit his running back, Amir Abdullah. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. In for the score. And the Texans draw a bit closer. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And they're back with it, a touchdown at 21-14. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, good footwork on the spin. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer. Creates.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. It's a big play there for Miami. 63 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Lock in.
On first down, Drake looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Gotta go. Hey, gotta go. Hey, gotta go.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
see it, you see it? 180! Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
On second down, it's Drake. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just gun. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now Trubisky on third and long. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The kick by Carlson is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Second quarter in Cleveland, and the Bills have taken the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson buying time to his left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do it.
Now Trubisky lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set then. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Forced out to his left. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start with a give here to Balazs. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And now the Texans want to call another timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Red, 18. Lock in. Hey, gotta go.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He was looking for Parker that time.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
After the interception, here's Watson being chased out left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Target.
Out of the gun, Watson. Going for the deep ball. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Target.
The final shot before the break, Watson. He's letting this one go. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On second down, here's Trubisky. Looking downfield for Godwin. This is intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him the first.
Richmond. Target.
Now Watson, operating from the gun. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On first down, it's Watson. Steps away to his left. Shakes off the sack. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Come back.
On second down, here's Watson. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Amir Abdullah, the intended target. And it's third down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the back.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Richmond.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. And Butker able to put this one through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Lock in, lock in.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Hey, 18. Hands up.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to have a third down. Play action. Now Trubisky. Lost the football. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now.
Reset.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way. Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Lock in.
A pitch out to Drake. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hands up. 18. Behind, hon.
Now Trubisky to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
18. Ran, up. Behind. Lock in.
Now it's Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zach Cunningham in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He's going to air one out. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that. Yeah, there was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Flush to his right. Looking deep in the direction of him. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Amir Abdullah, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Butker now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Lock in.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky looking deep downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now Trubisky. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jadeveon Clowney in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And the pressure gets to him again. Zach Cunningham in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that
under pressure again, and down he goes again. Zach Cunningham in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Abdullah. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Indeed, here come the flags. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Richmond.
Watson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Tiger.
From the gun, here's Watson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game, and the Texans will add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. A handoff to Abdullah. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Gotta go. Red, up. 18. Hey, gotta go. Lock in.
Trubisky to throw. Now Trubisky lost the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Gave a glimpse of his quick feet, and then taken down right at the 30. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 33. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give. This is Abdullah. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Charles, in this one...